What's going on, guys? Christian back here with another Charlie Watch video for you. So today I'm going to be doing 5 things I love about that truck. Number 1, the look. These second gens, with the exception of the 4th, by far are my favorite Ram. I think Dodge back in '94, I believe, came out with this body style, and these things sold, honestly. We were coming out of the 80s where trucks, cars, they were boxy. Dodge came out with this truck, rounded sides, great lines, had an aggressive front look to it. They did a great design on the rear, and just the side profiles of these trucks were just magnificent. You knew what was coming at you when you saw this thing. From the big chrome emblem on the front saying Dodge, the lines in this truck, I think, is what made this truck successful as a sell back in the 90s. How this line comes here, stops midway to the door, let me back up for you, and then picks up again here right over the gas cap back to the tail light. I think Dodge was very successful with creating this design on this truck, and it just came out superb. Number 2, the pulling power on this truck. For a 17-year-old truck, this thing holds its own. I use it to tow with, and it pulls. This thing, right around 3,000 RPMs is its torque band. And you look up forums, you talk to guys that own these trucks, they'll tell you this thing pulls from 3,000 RPMs all the way up. Back in the 90s, the Magnum engine was a pretty well-known engine. Kind of like what made Dodge, the 5.2 liter 318 Chrysler and the 5.9 360 Chrysler as well. Those two engines, if well maintained, are bulletproof and will last you a very, very long time. You're good to these motors, they will give back to you. I promise you that. I know I'm probably gonna get people that disagree, but so far I've maintained this truck after owning it for 2 years. The guy who previously owned it before me, he maintained it, and he said the truck's been great. He's had 3,000 pounds of brick in the back of that truck, and he said that thing pulled the brick like there was no tomorrow. Now, I would never put 3,000 pounds in this because it's only rated for 1,500, but I'm getting off topic. Anyway, great truck, a lot of pulling power. On to number 3. Number 3, these trucks are extremely roomy. Excuse the mess, I keep all my work stuff in here. That center console, extremely comfortable to lean on. You can keep all work, binders, books, paper, anything you're using this truck for, as far as a work truck goes, or anything for that matter, that thing right there will hold it. It also folds up to make a seat, so you can fit 6. Like I said, it's a roomy truck. Seats are nice and wide, they're comfortable. But then again, this thing rides like a truck, I will say. It's a 17-year-old truck, the shocks are original, the leaf springs are original. The truck rides like a truck. Other than that, extremely roomy. I do enjoy driving it. Number 4, the color. This color is known as Saddle Bronze Metallic. Now, when this truck came out in '94, I'm not sure of how many colors were available. I don't know off the top of my head, I think it was like 6 or 5 or something. Anyway, this truck, I get compliments all the time on the color, because this is not a color that you see, especially on a second-gen Ram. You normally see black or red. This gets compliments all the time, despite the rust I do have on the bottom of the door, but that's besides the point. This gets compliments. I have a buddy who owns a 95 Ram. I think the color that is called Imperial Blue. It's like a navy blue, maybe a little bit lighter. Beautiful color. Since the early 60s, 70s, Mopar, they had Plum Crazy, they had Hemi Orange, they had Sublime Green. Just thumbs up for Dodge, Mopar, Chrysler Corporation, and their colors, because you guys really hit the nail on the head with this color here. Number 5. Now, before I talk about this part, I just want to say I did complain in my last video about dislikes on how when I went to change the idle air control valve and the crankshaft position sensor, that they were located behind the distributor cap, right in front of the firewall, and snaked down. With the exception of that, number 5, spacious and roomy engine bay. My buddy, when he went to go change the plenum pan gasket that these trucks are notorious for, especially the Magnum motors. Now when my buddy replaced this part, I pulled up to his driveway. He was literally sitting in the truck. He was sitting right there in the wheel well. He had his legs right there in the frame, and he was taking apart the top of his engine to get to the issue. Older trucks like this one, and cars for that matter, are a blessing to work on because of the space that you have within the engine bay. Cars today are filled with a lot of plastics, computers, electronics, things like that, so the dealer can work on them for you because people don't want to be pulling them apart and things like that. With my car, my Challenger, I can barely fit my hand in the engine bay. That's how tight it is. They've clustered everything into the engine bay. So anything goes wrong with that, I'm afraid to touch it. It's basically a computer I bring it to the dealer, but I also have a warranty on it, so that helps as well. I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty and work on this because of the amount of room, and basically because it's all mechanical for the most part. I can go to YouTube, read a book, read a magazine, talk to friends, and work on it. Cars today, I'm not bashing them, I love cars today, but it's all computerized. We're getting away from mechanics and going more towards computers, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm just saying it's just easier to work on these types of vehicles that were older because of the amount of room that you had in the engine bay, because you had less computers, you had less plastics in there. So anyway, those are the 5 things that I love about this truck. Real quick guys, I just want to give out a huge shout out and thanks for those of you who are watching this video, have watched my videos, and are continuing to watch my videos. I'm going to be having upcoming videos on more reviews, updates on this truck, mods on this truck. Basically I'm rebuilding this truck. So if you want to follow me in that journey, I have a lot more car reviews to do. I'm going to be doing mods to my Challenger if you've watched those videos. I'm going to be showing you some of the work that I do, putting this truck to the test, things like that. If there's any videos that you want to see me do or review, any cars that you want to see me review, please comment below. And then again, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave comments, anything you guys want, I'm going to give you. And thanks for watching. Till next time, guys.